entirely, let a support soak, like either Uni or SVG.
Yeah.
We'll just take over the lane. And then maybe ASD just free farms. Who knows?
Alright, you gotta tell me, though. You're picking Lifestealer into, not even just a TB, but a Veno as well. You're not a little bit surprised at this Lifestealer pick? It feels, I'm looking at it more and more, and I'm like, it's a strange pick, because you can swap through Rage as well. I don't know, am I just looking into this too deep? It feels like this Lifestealer, I don't like it that much.
I mean, yeah, the reasons that you don't like it are valid. Like, I'm not gonna say, it's the best Lifestealer game, because it certainly isn't. But what other heroes do they have? I guess they could have picked, was Jug banned?
I believe it wasn't, no.
Okay, so Jug would have been like the other choice for me personally, because again, having the healing ward is just invaluable. It's pretty good in lane. It's not the best against TB, but neither is Lifestealer, right? But the thing about Jug is his team fight is just way more impactful because of things like healing ward and just being able to spin. You get the magic damage on the TB early. You can actually be very active on the Jug. The Lifestealer is more of the, I'm going to hit creeps, I'm going to get my Midas Radiance, give me 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll be a hero.
Yeah. Alright, well, so far, top lane. Looks like Forward actually committing 3 heroes up here. I was like, TB someone out after the rune fight, but gotta be careful. And Ursa, Shadow Shaman, Warlock, you're gonna die if you're out of position there.
Yeah, 100%. This is terrifying.
Yeah. We see Innocence or Y trying to just bait out some spells. Maybe Jin Q up here on the Veno. Well, there we go. They're going to throw it out. Stun goes. Resolution actually getting a lot of damage there. 50% of his health.
Yeah, this lane is... I mean, it looks like they're sending the TV mid, or at least he's blocking for now. Oh, actually, I remember this. Oh, man, I completely forgot about this matchup. That's totally my bad. So basically, you put the TB mid against the Viper because, like we talked about, the Viper just leaves the lane.
Yeah.
And TB is one of the few heroes, again, you're not really going to get harassed that much because of the build. Now, if Yawar decides to skill more poison attack, the matchup is still favored, actually, for TB because poison attack is a dot. And because your base physical damage is so bad, you can't actually get the TB low enough for poison attack to really matter. Okay. So he's either going to push the wave and let the TB free farm, or he's going to skill Q and still lose the lane. So this matchup is actually, most of the time, favored for TB past, level 3.
That's pretty crazy. I actually did not know that. So,
and you can skill illusions too and farm just as fast as he does in the camps.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. People started doing this in pubs. I completely spaced out about the TB.
So
again, sorry about that.
Are you liking EHOME's draft more that you see that now, or?
Yeah, I think it's a huge thing for them. Yeah. When we saw it earlier, right? When you can put the TB in the mid lane, that's good. They almost won that game because they put TB mid in a game where I felt like they were actually out drafted. And that was the Mineski VP match, if you guys watching didn't know what I was referring to.
Yeah, a good match, too. I think that series, besides Game 3, that series, it's worth a good watch. Mineski, especially Game 1. But in this game, man, we got Avenge Venomancer. I don't think I've seen this lane. I don't even want to know how long it's been. Maybe an AR game or something. But I mean, you have it, right? This is a very strange lane.
It is. And the only hero that Forward can commit to is the Venge.
Yeah.
Because if you try to commit to the Veno, you just end up getting stunned. Yeah, there we go. So he's just he can only shackle that hero in the lane, basically.
It is weird, though. You'd think Universe might be, getting a few more denies, right? He has 82 base damage. They're actually going to go on him. Oh my goodness, they're going to do a ton of damage. He actually has the lightning. He's going to throw it out. Universe, we'll see if he gets denied. MSS is looking for the denied. They just want to make sure, and he's going to get it. Yep. Yeah. Jin Q probably couldn't let that hit go. And, well, I digress. MSS taking a ton of damage as well. Wave of Terror, 2 more hits. Looks like he will make it out. And, uh-oh. All of a sudden, this Veno lane's looking a little scary. You don't get the first blood, though, which you're sad about, but the Rasta is out of lane now. Get some last hits.
Yeah, this mid lane is the one that we're really going to have to keep an eye on, though, because look at N's farm, man. He is crushing it.
Yeah, I really didn't know about that. I haven't been watching pubs like last week. I got to get back into the groove here.
Yeah, I completely forgot because I saw it 2 or 3 times, and every time I saw it, the TB was owning. And I was just like, okay, good to know.
And so if you're Yawar, it looks like he is just going the jungle build is, I mean,
yeah,
you still farm,
you can't skill poison attack in this matchup. It's actually awful. Yeah. The old Nether Toxin would have been okay with the poison attack because it was a static amount of damage. But now you get damage per missing health. And again, your base damage is trash. You're just not doing anything. SVG also getting chased around here.
I was watching him. I was like, they're not going to kill him, right? And then the heal just comes out and it out-heals their right clicks. Oh, okay. It's a good heal. He's running low on mana, though. He does have a Clarity pop. So the only other lane we really haven't talked about is bottom, which is a Nyx Necro versus Lifestealer Warlock. And Rezo seems to be farming pretty well. Necro not too far behind, though.
Yeah, we don't really have to talk about this lane. Nothing's going to happen here.
Maybe SVG gets
This
run
is
down, but if he has mana, probably not.
If someone dies, it's due to an overcommitment or someone's like insanely out of position. That's like the only way.
Man, I know you've already said it though, but this middle 19-9 versus 19-4. I'm just surprised someone can actually go head to head with Viper, right? Like it's been a struggle to find a hero who can.
Yeah, but it's just because the way that Viper plays the lane, right? He doesn't actually want to stay there for that long. He wants to drop his Nether Toxin, tank the creeps a bit with his Corrosive, get the damage out, and then he just wants to leave. He doesn't want to occupy the lane forever, and if he does leave, you know, it's very similar to like when you watch a matchup with the DK. The DK is just going to take the friggin' tower if you leave too much. Yeah. Same thing with the Terrorblade. You know, worst case, the TB is just farming the jungle if he can't sit in the lane, and we all know that TB farms real fast in the jungle, so it's like a win-win. No matter what happens, the TB is going to have a good time.
Looks like, man, this top lane, they want to go. We saw almost MSS getting a kill, couldn't quite pick it up, though. In middle lane, we have a rotation. It's a level 3 Nyx. All right, so he's got that level 2 stun. Will last a little bit longer. 2 seconds, he's going to run in. Here we go. He's going to throw the stun. Looked like it actually was going to miss. It doesn't. We have a meta. He's going to pop it. All his illusions already died, though. He's just fine, right? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm not really sure why he rotated, to be honest. I feel like, well, the Necro is still doing fine. Like, it's not like he's sacking his offlane or anything like that. Yeah. Maybe they just wanted to do it to secure top bounty runes. We'll see.
Yep, it is going to be the 5 minutes. It looks like he might be running up their Universe level 3. We have the Viper. Viper's over here, but he needs to hit that shrine. But no, he's going to be here. God. There's going to be stun coming out. Looks like Universe will get it. They throw out a stun. One will hit. And all right, there's going to back out. Looks like we're going to see a 3-man shrine here for Radiant.
Yeah, 2 for 2, so no one really getting a big advantage either way, but N still able to get a couple hits off on the mid tower, still had his meta going for a couple of seconds, and yeah, this is the problem, right? Like, you want to assign a hero to sit mid that isn't Yawar if he wants to fully maximize his farming potential.
Yeah, but who would you put, like, right? Rezo needs the Warlock bottom, and it feels like if you leave Universe alone, or MSS alone top, right, he's just going to die over and over. So
yeah, that's the issue, right? Like, that's why the TB is so nice here. Because he is going to have to sit there, and it does hurt his ability to farm.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Why Viper's so strong. It's not just the hero, it's what you do with the hero in the jungle, right? Like, mid one showed, he had like an 8-minute Atos one time. It's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We are going to see War is going to farm 2 camps, going to get a stack both of them here. Does he get them? Sure does. And he will go back middle where End just right-clicking. Let's look at the early net worth here. And it actually is the TB ahead by about 50 here. Really even, though.
Yeah, he's got a lot more denies, so he's getting that little bit of extra income from that. And his top lane? Uni?
There's a lot of damage being done. Looks like Universe, he might just be caught out. Yeah, he is. 3 heroes here. Gets the hold, so Veno won't get the kill, but Nyx Assassin, he'll end up picking it up. And yeah, forward right now, it's looking a little bit rough, because they are getting some farm, at least on their Lifestealer bottom and Viper, but is this TB going to come online too quick?
I mean, right now, it's looking like it's a very big possibility that N just gets completely out of control.
Yeah. And it's not like he has, like...
They don't have...
Sorry, go
on. The other part, too, and you mentioned this, too, about like the Lifestealer and the Ursa matchups, and you didn't really like the last pick Lifestealer. It's going to be amplified by the fact that he's going to have such a good game. Yeah. Like, that problem doesn't get any better by giving him a free lane.
Well, Mana Boots comes on the Viper, already had a Clarity as well. He gets level 7, so he doesn't have the level 4 Nether Toxin. He's ready to farm, but I'm looking at MSS in the jungle right now, and I'm looking at this top lane. Jin Q, he's having a blast. He doesn't go the ward build. Are you a little surprised, or no? They just have too much kill potential to skip Kale.
He's in an Ursa lane, so I kind of get the idea that he's going for the more points in a Sting, because Sting scales amazingly well.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's more duration and it's more damage per rank.
And
so
more
like,
slow.
Yeah, one rank is like 20-something damage just from one auto attack. That's the big thing. Also helps you last hit, because the damage per second applies instantly on the auto.
And we do see now Universe comes middle to take over. I guess with MSS out of the lane, they're like, well, we just won't put anyone top. There's really no points. They're just gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, MSS is probably not super happy being forced to jungle right now, but
Could be
It's the
worse.
life of an offlaner, so yeah.
At least you're an Ursa, right? You're not some other weird offlaner. Ooh, Arcane Rune actually gets stolen by MSS. Reflection popped off. Man, I miss the old days of maxing that Earth Shock. It's just bad now. It doesn't scale at all.
Dude, level 1 Earthshock used to be like a thing that you could get because it did like 90 damage. Then they just destroyed it. It's 50 damage at level 1.
Like, it doesn't even scale well either. Like, the slow goes up, okay, but the damage, a 200 damage nuke for a level 4 ability, that is not good.
Yeah,
until you get the AoE. The 600 AoE or so, even though it's just awful, they're going to go in middle. And they're just going to back out. Ooh, Innocence, he's trying. No boots, come on, help me. Can't quite get the stun. And they're just going to punish this middle tower.
This is, I mean, it's not really a gigantic lead or anything for EHOME. The thing that's scary is just the fact that the TV is not being contested.
He's the highest net worth, right, without having to go to the jungle.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Top lane, Jin-Q, he's having a good time himself, Benno, and he is popping the wards down now. Looks like he wants to take this tower, and Yawar's actually going to rotate up here himself. Has the double crown now going for that Atos. It does feel like if Yawar gets that Atos, they can maybe pick off this TB if he's just in the jungle by himself, right? Like, it makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, for sure. They have the damage, like, undoubtedly so.
It just
the thing about playing, the thing about being in the mid lane is, like, it's a lot easier for the team to react to mid ganks, or if you're in the jungle, for example, there's 2 places or 3 places at TP where they can quickly get into the fight. Safe lane, it's a lot harder to protect the TP if he's just rotating in that area, because there's only one place you can TP, and then the TPs take subsequently longer and longer, right? So, a bot lane.
So they're going to try to go in. They get the shackle. Trying to hold down the Necro. He's just going to TP out, though. Oh. And that's the problem, right? You only have that Shadow Shaman for any sort of lockdown, I guess. And level 1 hacks, level 1 shackles does not feel the best, but... Universe is almost level 6. Do you just get the level 6, just drop it down on the first tower you see top? Oh, they're rotating to Yawar. I don't think he knows. It's a 10-minute rune. He will get it, but he's going to die. Jin-Q, will he die as well? No, he should survive. Stunned up, and yeah, they get a kill. Bottom lane looks like they go in as well. It will be on Innocence, but killing that middle Viper, probably a lot better of a kill.
Yeah, they're feeling good. Everything's going exactly how it should for EHOME right now. TB's almost got his drums. It's 10 minutes in, double Wraith, treads drums. That's spooky.
Good. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, Rezo is obviously also farming well. He's got his Midas coming out right now.
When is Radiant's best timing? Like, speaking of that, right? Like, TB obviously going to own middle late if he's farmed, but, like, when do you think Radiant's their strongest?
I think there's, like, the naked Radiance is good in some games when you just have phase, because the heroes don't have enough damage output to really, like, hit you through rage. Yeah. But against a TB, it's probably not safe until you have, like, another item or 2 on top of it. Yeah. Like, he might even go for the Manta type build that we saw Ramses do earlier, because the one thing about Radiance Lifestealer against TB is that when you get Reflection cast on you, if you don't have your rage up, the Radiance does, you know, hit your team and stuff. So it's not the best. You might need an alternative method to dispel it. So smoke up, Innocence, and end, walking towards bot.
Oh, they actually see him, but he doesn't have boots again. He has a wind lice. Can they find him? Oh, it's not going to kill him, but they're just going to try to lock him down. Will they have enough damage? They sure do. Never end. As you said, double Wraith treads drum. He's hitting for 250 with that aura from Venge.
Yeah, this is super, super strong timing. And it's not even really like... Forward, I guess they do ward the top tier ones, like you were talking about earlier. Uni's gonna pop his first cooldown and just get that tower secured. In the meantime, EHOME will do the same. They can actually probably keep going. Yeah, like, they got meta for at least, what is it? Total duration. So, like, another 20-something seconds. They can get some damage at least. And they got a cart, so.
That looks like they just want to back out. Maybe use the illusions on the cart here.
Protect the cart. I always die inside when a cart just walks down a lane and just dies.
Oh, especially when you, like, un-aggro something like this. See you later. I'm heading on over to the tower. At least he gets a free hit off. Yeah, that's free damage. Ooh, middle. We have a lot of heroes here. And look at it. MSS actually going in. Oh, they see him. Will they be able to bring him down before he gets Carapace? Carapace off cooldown, so they sure will. Rock goes down. They get the Fatal Bonds on it, too. This is going to be a kill on Venge as well. Will they chase down Jin-Q? It's going to be tough. He has no Atos yet. It will be up in 10 gold. So Yawar does have that lockdown now, as well as level 11, and what we're seeing, they can group up. They do a lot of damage with these teamfight abilities of Warlock.
Yeah, the Warlock, Fatal Bombs, plus the Rock. This hero is real good at this stage in the game, especially when TB is still very reliant on just... His effective HP is only the physical damage. He only has 1,000 health. Which means if he gets Viper ulted and another Toxins down, or he gets Fatal Bond, Shadow Word, and stuff, he will be forced asunder, or he's just dead. So that there's probably like another 10, 15 minutes where forward are going to feel really comfortable in their ability to kill the TB. After that, it becomes a bit more difficult.
Yeah. Well, we watch Nyx Assassin falling around this Warlock. Can't solo kill him. Obviously, only level 6. He needs a +1. I didn't realize how much strength Warlock got. Like his strength gain, 1,100 HP at level 7. It's not too bad with no items. There's going to be the Atos goes down, hits on bench, he's taking some damage, but they know they can't just go in there. There's a lot of heroes sitting on that mid hill. Looks like it's just going to be a 3v3 middle with everyone else farming the side lanes here on the cores.
Yeah, Rizzo's making his way to the Radiance, Ends just pushing out bot lane. He's level 12 now. And this is just like it is max wards, no Poison Nova at all on Xinqiu. So he is fully committed to the defend my mid tower. This tower is crazy important for Terrorblade teams. Like it's important for everyone, but if you can keep it alive,
yeah, and you see they throw the snakes down. The upheavals there. Well, they're gonna try. He's killing the wards. It looks like we'll go down. They're gonna get the Atos up. They get the swap out. He's gonna try to go. He just goes down. Will be a double stun from the Nyx, and the tower still survives. The wards trying to, but the Venom ward's killing the Rasta wards. Looks like the tower will go down. There's gonna be the Reaper side. You are dead. Oh my God, the tower's still alive. He's just gonna deny it. And they're going to move forward. Whoa, camera a little bit. And now MSS, he's going to pop his ulti. He probably should tank that little heal, but he doesn't want to run back in. He'll be okay. But holy smoke, when the TB shows up, it's time to leave.
Yeah, he's just huge. He's got a Yasha now on top of the items that we talked about earlier and 1,000 gold. Like, he's going to have Manta in like 2 minutes.
It's only 1,000 gold lead. And it does sound like we both are saying like EHOME is that far ahead. I mean, they are. Like this TB is uncountered, it feels like, in this game.
Yeah, they need it. Forward need a good team fight into like Roche. That'll get them back into the game. So like a smoke, maybe you get a kill on the TB, and then you walk into the Roche pit, you get the Roche, you put it on your Viper, and that's gonna be the thing that brings them back at the moment.
Yep. Ooh, Universe, he's getting run at by this Veno. Veno no ulti like you said. Level 10 now, but they're just running at him. One stun, he's gonna die. He is healed, so he'll tank some, but nah, you're going down. And as well, middle that tier 2, it looked like Ursa was getting the deny, but the illusion of TB picks it up, so just more gold for him.
Yeah, so far so good for EHOME. And we are talking a lot about their team, to be fair, but it's just because
this TB, he's just free farming, right? And he's the ultimate hero we've talked about. On the other side, Rezo, as you said, the Radiance. Do you group up as 5 when you get that Radiance, or is it still too hard because of that TB, like the reflection and whatnot?
I think you can group with the Radiance.
Okay.
I think it's okay. Because if you rage at the right time, you get the rock down. If the swap isn't on point, the TB can still just kind of die right now. He is going to have Manta very, very soon, so he'll be able to at least dispel the Fatal Bonds and the Shadow Word. But it's a ticking time bomb, man. And we already mentioned, and probably the reason that we've been focusing on EHOME a lot this game is just because the core matchup for forward isn't that ideal for either the 3 or the 1.
And it does feel like, though, if you did have to, oh, they're going to find the next assassin again. He should just go down here. They get the sentry, and they beat him down. But it feels like if you're looking at the 2 supports, though, you'd much rather have Radiant supports going to the late game, right? Like Warlock as well as Rasta compared to the Nyx Venge, no?
I favor it over the Nyx, at least. The Venge is a bit of a... It's hard for me because, yeah, I think that Venge aura is just insane with TB. Like, that's a part about it that makes me okay. Like, just in a vacuum, absolutely. I would rather have Shadow Shaman and Warlock. But because of the pairing of the TB and the Venge, I like the Venge. The Nyx is definitely going to fall off, for sure.
Feels like he's pretty... I mean, how we've been seeing him, right? He's kind of a moving ward. A ward that sometimes doesn't die, can make an initiation. But it feels bad, right? He's a really bad GPM talent, right? 90 gold? It's not that bad.
It's not too bad, yeah.
Who has the 60? Doesn't someone have a 60 GPM down? Oh, they get a sentry down, but they don't have... all they have is... That's the problem. Just Universe, right? Only lockdown.
Oh, they're going to spot out SVG.
Oh, they have meta too, and the TB's
Reaper
here.
coming.
Oh, here we go. They're going to pop it. Oh, Lord have mercy. They pop meta, though. They need more, and they're going to find more. It's at least going to be Universe. Yuari gets swapped. It's going to be a 3-for-0, it looks like. Good God. Somebody stop end.
Dude, this is one of those games where they can just go high ground, like, now, insanely early.
Right? I mean, with the meta, I think that they'll have enough time. Do you think they try?
They can get some damage. I don't think they'll be able to
commit
get
fully?
it, but
okay.
yeah.
God, this is... I love how right when you knew that TB was going middle, you're like, this game looks a lot rougher now for Ford, and you were correct.
Yeah, it's just that matchup, and it's one of those things that you don't think about. You don't think about it that in depth until you see it, and then you put it together in your head, and you're like, oh god, this matchup actually sucks for Viper. It's so bad.
Dude,
yeah, they actually will be able to get 15 seconds left.
They're going to get the racks. I don't even know if it's just a tower. Warlock's dead for 10. They know he doesn't want to buy back. They're getting a melee, if not a melee and a ranged.
Yeah, you commit for this for sure now. It's too low to back up.
Yeah. Don't let him melee.
They even have a pipe, man. Jeez, EHOME.
Who has the pipe? Is it Jin Q? Yeah, good lord,
yeah,
he is farmed.
Venom.
They're just all farmed. And Rezo, he has the Radiance now. It's flying out, but you're racks down with the Radiance. That does. And wait, you are denied the range. Oh, I mean, might as well not give him the gold, I guess.
Yeah, they would have gotten it with the wards, I think.
Yeah. We're trying to think. Well, this life. So you get the range. You can't just go as 5 now, right? They're too farmed. Or do you have to force it? I
think with the Radiance, you got to do something.
You have to. Oh, and their chicken goes
Courier
down.
Died too.
Damn. They are going.
They're gonna walk straight into Roche. No meta for a minute.
They know though, right? Nick's stunned in. He's just gonna walk and look at that. Whoa, hey there. Nice. Hex. Universe doesn't stun himself. Now we'll hold him. That was a good play by Universe, not getting stunned by the Carapace. But actually the bench comes in to save him as well. Nick's going back. He will get the double stun swap. Oh. It's 2 charges. They swap him in. Can the Terrorblade do anything? Doesn't have meta. He does have Manta plus Sunder, but he gets hexed. He goes down. There's going to be a Reaper Scythe on the back. It will kill MSS too, so I don't think they can do the Roche. But they do have that Rezo Radiance, so it looks like this Roche is just gonna chill by himself for a bit.
He gets to live for a couple more minutes. That was actually like the best case scenario for Forward, even though like Innocence had a sick play, right? He swaps to save the Nyx, he swaps the Necro in knowing that he has Ghost Shroud, meaning that there's a pretty low chance that he's gonna die, because you're swapping him into melee range of an Ursa. He just made that split-second decision, but the problem is the TB got isolated. The TB didn't have any backup because
how
the
did
Necro...
he get there? He was like in a really weird
He just walked in.
Yeah,
he just walked in.
Definitely a little bit of a mistake. It felt like on his part, but you got it, right? You don't know how low that Roche is. It felt like they thought it was much lower than it was, like how they played it.
Yeah. There was no defensive swap to save. Innocence was super low because he had to use both of his charges to get himself and the Nyx out of the fight. And it seemed like a really good reset, but the TB committed when everyone else was focused on MSS. So he got Reapered in the back when the TB was dying.
Yep, Lotus Orb coming up for the Venom soon versus that Rasta. That's going to be a very nice one. Pretty much no disables then on that point. Like, guess what? They even got the medallion. They're going for Roche themselves. You have the Venjora. They're just going to right-click it down. I was like, who has the medallion? Necro, okay. It's an odd choice for a Necro.
If you can get to the full crest, it's actually really sick with a TB. Like, about their timing. Oh, God, Rezo.
Oh, my God. Rezo goes in. He's almost dead already. And the Radiance, he will rage it off, though, so they won't have it. But it's going to be a meta. He is hexed. Nice job there. SVG trying to run. Has no spells up, but look at this. The upheaval slows them enough. They kite him. Radiance still there. They're going to try Neverend. He does get a reflection. Oh, my goodness. Shadow Shaman will just melt. There's going to be the swap. Will they be able to get MSS? He's attacking himself. He is getting healed up elsewhere. Rezo kills ASD. They're going to go for Neverend. He looks like he might die. Resolution does get the Aegis at least. That's also meta. I think they're just going to kill him again. They have no way to save him. Holy smokes. He's going to try to run. Gets the reflection, but there's the open wounds. And guess what? They turn around. There is no Roche for Ford to get. But who cares? You kill the TB twice.
That was huge. That ward trap coming in from Uni traps the 2 heroes pretty much inside of another toxin. No BKB on the Terrorblade yet. Oh man, that was like perfect. And on top of that, Rezo gets the infest on the Golem, walks back out with the Golem, realizing the only physical damage really that they have is TB. How are they going to kill an Ancient Creep, right?
Yeah.
He's just applying the Radiance, hops out, gets the full heal, just recommits to the fight. Beautiful execution there. Forward. That was a really well played play.
It's only a 3K lead, but you can see with how Ford's playing, they're playing super aggressive. And it feels like it's these team fights, right? This Warlock's doing so much, but we have another team fight right now. Fatal Bonds hits 3, the Upheaval hits 3. They will get the Guardian Grease off, though. Will save Innocence. MSS going in. Warlock Rock gets dropped. ASD goes down. Resolution hops inside of MSS. They might look for more. He'll just hop out. He's like, wait a minute. There's a Veno. They're going to try to move forward. They're going to look for him, and oh my goodness, they have turned it around. Venomancer's going to drop next. Here comes Neverend, though. They'll get the reflection, but won't matter. They don't get the Radiance, and all of a sudden, just one team fight, Draskell, and it feels like the momentum's completely gone.
That it was such a big fight though for forward. Like that was the ideal situation after Orochi, is that they're first off they're fighting into a choke point, which means the fatal bonds and the nether toxin are going to hit everyone, which is basically what happened. And then on top of that, they get a ward trap on 2 heroes, one of which being a Terrorblade, forcing him to attack out, and they're chasing into an active shrine.
And
like that was, and yep, wards just get dropped straight up, man.
And we talked about this is the time you said it, right? You get that Radiance on Lifestealer, now he has the Medallion as well, but you call it, they got to make it happen here, because the TB has had 2 bad fights, right? But he's still a TB. So you want to make sure, keep this pressure up. You've already lost the Rags too.
Yeah, bot lane's got some pressure going, so they're not going to be able to fully commit, and
they
EHOME really are trying to find something.
Yep, Sentry Ward down, though. They see the Nyx, and good job by Ford. Ford, we can't say enough. They were down a lot. They were down by 7k, and it felt like more, but they win 2 fights. They're down to Rax, and they're right back into it.
Yeah, the timing of that fight for forward and like the execution, I guess you could blame it a little bit on EHOME too. Just like the fact that they pursued so hard.
Yeah, we saw that last series too, like those long pursues.
Yeah, it really does backfire a lot of the time. So, all right, let's look at the items. So Scotty finished on the TB, and yeah, SNY going to be done soon on Resolution. He already had the medallion, as you mentioned. So like items still coming out on both heroes, and TB still does maintain like the highest overall net worth. The real issue for them is like their lead has pretty much evaporated. They had like a 6-7k lead, I want to say, at some point, which is like a full item up, which is fairly substantial in a game where you have the potential to go high ground and have in fact already racks. It's like those leads I always feel like are more important when you are susceptible to losing your tier 3s and base. But you know, with the Lifestealer getting closer to his next item and like Yawar going back for the BKB, the fights are going to get harder for EHOME, man. Like the TB can do a lot, but he is going to need more time if they want him to really reach that insane critical mass.
Yep, and you talk about the team fights. It feels like SVG's on that hero that just changed. He's had 4 great fatal bonds. Like they are getting 3 to 4 man fatal bonds every time, and they are just melting because of it. Let's see, they're gonna.
Yeah, we saw it when they were chasing up to like the bot shrine, right?
Yeah.
How much the fatal bonds was doing in the fight with the Radiance. Jesus, doing so much damage.
It's scary, and we are gonna see Nyx Assassin. He's smoked up as well as Ulti. Ulti about to wear off though. Dire is gonna scan. They won't find anyone behind that tier 1 that's already down. But they might find, ooh, MSS. Oh, they see him. He's gonna try. Ah, it was a good effort. You get that stun there, you're gonna be praised for ages, but unfortunately they won't get it. Lotus Orb picked up on Veno now. Has the
really good item.
Yep, has the Gale hero impact summons 2 wards, which is nice. This game just feels even. It's 3k lead for EHOME, but you just feel a 5v5 team fight, as you said. It's all about the execution at this point. No one's really that far ahead. Oh,
yeah, the big thing is the Lotus for the TV.
Yeah. Uh-oh, they get Yawar. They swap him in. It was a good play with the Carapace stun on the poison, but look at that. Fatal Bonds comes out again. The Rock's gonna drop, and Yawar's getting right-clicked down by Neverend. Will he go down? Innocent's first one to die, so they do still have the Ventor because the illusion. This upheaval, though, is keeping them all in place. Can they fight in this circle? Yawar's still alive. They're just kiting. This upheaval is absolutely nasty. The TB stands and fights, gets a kill, but he goes down, and dude, this Warlock, are you serious? And they get a hold on the back as well on Nyx. They're trying to chase Jin Q down. Atos will hit himself. He will Carapace as well. They try to get out. Stun will hit on Lifestealer. It's at least going to be a kill on the Nyx. Maybe they're running. The Veno Ward slows them down. Is this a great save? Oh, God. You'd much rather the Nyx die than your Veno, though. Does use a nice Lotus on the open wounds. But guess what? It's up again, and look at that slowly start stacking. Jin Q can't move, and he gets swapped out. He should go down now, though, but the 4-step will get him out. Innocence as well will go down. And this Warlock seems like the X Factor, man. He is the X Factor for sure. It's not even the Rock or Fatal. The upheaval was on all 5. They had to stand and fight on EHOME, right? Like, they couldn't move.
Yeah, like, the unfortunate part was they didn't have vision at the high ground, right? So they had the ward in the mid lane between the tier 1 where the tier 2 used to be, but they couldn't see the high ground, so they just saw a Viper and they said, wait, if this guy doesn't have a team, he's just dead, which is a fair assumption to make. You know, you swap him because you don't know for sure where everyone is, but SVG was literally on the hill, like just waiting in the sidelines for that jump and just perfect position, like you mentioned, fatal bonds into the Rock. I think they're just gonna run, yeah. But another thing important about that fight is like ASD reapered a Shadow Shaman that used every single ability. Like, he had already dropped wards, lightning hex, all that stuff. He just Reapered him, and there was like no reason to Reaper him.
You gotta save that for a core, right? Like in a fight
yeah,
like that.
You can't Reaper like that in a fight when the guy's already used everything. You can't dump a Reaper into him. Like, the Lifestealer was below half HP, the Ursa eventually just died to straight up getting auto attack down, so I think the ASC didn't play that fight particularly well. Uni and SVG have been carrying the game. Like, his ward traps on the TB, like every single fight, and then the the Warlock just getting the upheaval and the Fatal Bond's rock, saving Yuar, turning the fight. Like, these two are just crushing in this game.
They are. EHOME still 1,000 gold up. They still have the TB. It's as you said, right? They took that fight because they thought it'd be an easy pay on the Viper. I don't think they want to take a 5v5 fight, right? Like, they were just forced into it at that point.
Yeah, not that way at least, because you're swapping like one of the tankiest heroes, and then you're giving the entirety of forward the perfect opportunity to counter initiate.
Oh, top lane will be a swap out, but now instead Vengeful just gonna die. He had the shackle and will cancel it, but a quick pick off, get the extra gold as well. And you're getting nervous if you're EHOME though, because the BKBs are coming out. Ursa almost has one. I believe the Viper does have one now.
Yep.
And those guys just, an Ursa running around just in a fight. Doesn't matter how many items he has, it's just scary.
Yeah. I mean, the important thing about this game, and probably, like, the single most important thing, is killing the freaking Warlock. Like, you have to kill him. He has Arcane Boots and a Shadow Amulet. He needs to die. Yeah. If he's allowed to live in the fight and keep getting, like, these really good rocks and a full channel upheaval, there's just no way you're going to win the fight. You just can't, because none of these heroes on EHOME besides the Veno really have mobility. Like, you have 2 Force Staffs, I guess, but, you know, no BKB on the TB. He's even going back for Butterfly, which I don't even think is a bad itemization choice. I think it's completely fine that he's making a Butterfly. But if you're not taking out the Warlock in, like, the supporting cast before the fight starts, they're doing so much in the fights in the way of damage. Like, I don't know if the damage charts actually display, like, Fatal Bond damage, or if it assigns to the hero that dealt damage or whatever.
I'm not sure either. Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet that if it was, like, showing how much damage SVG is doing in the fights, it would probably be close to the top because of how much Fatal Bonds is doing. So, yeah, he's, like, the lowest net worth on his team, but he's doing the most with the net worth.
Yep. And he's going to have a glimmer, it looks like. He has a Shadow Amulet, 600 gold. He's not purchasing quite yet, but we'll see. He just TP's on out, too. Ooh, Nyx Assassin right there. Couldn't quite get the stun, though. And if you're EHOME, are you fine just having your Terrorblade farm, or are you a little bit worried now?
You're probably still okay with the farming factor. Like, I don't think there's ever a point in a game where you're going to be uncomfortable with a TV hitting creeps. I just don't think that really happens. Yeah. But as far as the rest of the team, like, I think the Veno's itemization has been pretty on point. Like, Xingqiu is going back for the Halberd now, which I think is really good. And, like, N's going to get his BKB after his Butterfly's finished. So there are items that EHOME can look forward to. Like, the game is still very close.
Yeah, it is. In
regards to, like, it's a 1K lead for EHOME. You know, we're looking at Roshan potentially respawning in about 20 seconds. We'll get to see the timer on that.
No, it is. That's when it will respawn.
Oh, I read it wrong. Okay, I
so it's coming up in 10. Yeah, and you don't. If you're EHOME, right, you need the Roche, but you already have a Warlock problem, and that's pretty much the best place for a Warlock to fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, Carapace.
SVG is standing in the front.
All right, that's one way.
Hilarious because, like, the one fight that EHOME took that was super decisive, they Reapered the Warlock before he ulted, and they took a Rax. Like, that was the best possible fight for them.
Look at this. Rezo is forced to TP back home to clear out the double siege creep pushing his base with some TB illusions, so they can't just go to Roche. But I have a feeling the rest of the game is going to be played around this pit until it goes down. You see Veno wards. God, that's going to be annoying. Just seeing all those Veno wards in the river, like, I guess we have to clean them up.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is if he decides that he wants to, he can just drop him in the mid lane to keep the mid lane constantly pushed. Because when Roche is on the table, keeping mid lane pushed is, like, the best thing you can do. Because it's the place where you pretty much walk to Roche from, no matter if you TP to Shrine or, you know, whatever. I guess top is, like, a little bit important, but mostly it's just about keeping the mid lane up.
I got a question. It seems the Summon's Golem on Death is always picked, right? Shadow Word AoE seems pretty good. Is it just the stun from the Golem on Death is too good?
The stun from the Golem on Death is super, super value for sure. I think in some games, if you have already pushed all your buttons, it might just be enough on its own. You know, you might not necessarily need the summon golem on death. It's just one of those things where it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's like, I am getting this because I know I'm going to be a focus target, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's taken so often. I've messed with the Shadow Word AoE, and it's crazy because you can cast it on a creep wave, and the creep wave gets nuked. Yeah, it gets fully healed on your side, and the other wave gets dotted as well. So it's like a hard push ability, and it takes one cast, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
So it does have its place, but it's mostly just the stability of the summon golem on death that I think people really like in the fights.
As you do the Viper Strike DPS picked up now. What levels are we looking like? 23 actually on the Lifestealer. Highest by 3 levels. Pretty damn impressive from Rezo. He's an MKB and 800 as well. And this TB, man, he's going to have to play very... His team's going to have to help him out quite a bit because this Lifestealer now has the damage to tear through him.
Yeah, well, BKB on Terrorblade as well. These fights are going to get real chaotic for both teams.
This is... It's pretty much who can keep their cores alive the longest. It feels like that's all this game is, and I don't know. Once again, like you said, it's who takes the fight, who starts it off, what spells are used. No one just has a clear lead.
It's the best kind of game to watch, though, because you get to see, like, in actuality, what the better team is. Because at this point, it's not about the draft anymore. It's literally just about how you play.
And who are you taking? EHOME does go up another case, so they're up by 2,000 gold here. They do still have the racks, which feels like a pretty big deal that always gets pushed in. Or are you still favoring EHOME a little bit? And he's gets completely Radiance, and that was a Radiance stun. Oh no, he's just dead. I don't think it matters. They got swap as well. Dude, they're looking, they're like, dude, where's his team?
No rage on the respawn.
Oh, and he gets the swap on SVG!
They got the Warlock!
They get him. He's gonna go down immediately. They can get Rezo as well. The Scotty should slow him. But wait, I think they all missed, so they won't. And now Jin Q's going for it. They're going to go for Yawar. He's going to throw it down. He gets Reaper. He gets held into place. Swap back. I like it. They get the kill, and all of a sudden we talked about it. You've got a TB. You just want a team fight. Is this base just dead? No Warlock buyback. Yeah, he will.
The buyback on the Warlock, though, like this is exactly what happened bottom lane.
Yeah. And they have to know. They're like, wait, the Warlock's the only way they defend this. We're good until he buys back. And they're just going to take a tier 3, if not a Rax. Let's see. Ooh, Rezo does rage it up. He will get 4 stepped away. Guardian Greaves goes up. MSS actually gets War Trapped. He does have the phase boots. Will get out. And now it's actually the Necro getting held in place. In his universe, he gets it. They get him. Rezo goes down. ASD goes down. Yawar goes down. It's a dieback. The game's just over. Oh my goodness. Dude, Universe had such a sick War Trap, too, on the Necro. And it just didn't matter. They're not going to call it yet, but you have a Warlock, but you don't have 2 of your cores. And even when they do spawn, they're going to be down a full item after the buyback. They don't have creeps. They're coming in slowly. Bottom lane too. Okay, both lanes pushed hard now.
Ooh,
this is scary.
That's a hard one to swallow right there.
That was... Rezo is definitely a little out of position, but SVG, right? That swap into kill, great play by Innocence.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely a great play, but that's on Rezo. Like, he did not have anyone near him at all. He didn't have his Warlock, there was no Shadow Shaman, he was in no man's land, completely alone. Totally misread the map. Ended up costing them the game.
They're not even done with Megas. We'll see. SVG will probably pop an ult into Fatal Bonds and... Uh-oh. Oh, no! The Lotus Orb Fatal Bonds. It's on all 3 of them. It's just over. They're not going to call GG.
It doesn't matter, but it's, GG.
He calls it an ally chat, actually. They throw the rock down, it's just over. That was a fun game, Draskell. That was a nice game one to watch. EHOME, they take a Rax at 17 minutes with TB, and then 5 minutes later, Rezo's all of a sudden the same net worth as TB with some amazing fights. But in the end, EHOME comes out ahead.
Yeah, I mean, props to EHOME first off for like the mid TB matchup knowledge, understanding how to get your TB the best possible like scenario. Itemization on Zen Q is on point. Like, I loved every single item he bought. The pipe, the Force Staff, the Lotus. I wish people would buy Lotus more. This item is so undervalued. It's actually criminal. Like, people are buying all sorts of other stuff, like Yules and Solar Crest. We saw Pasha buy it in the game before, where I feel like Lotus would have just been able to turn the game. I think people need to take another look at the item and realize how unbelievably good it is in games like this.